Good afternoon, this is Peter Towers. Welcome to this webinar of ESS Small Business. I'm the Managing Director of ESS BizTools and ESS Small Business. In this webinar, we're going to look at a very important area for businesses, and that is, how do you go about getting loans? Our guest presenter with me this afternoon is Robert Foster, a mortgage consultant with Homeloans Limited. Good afternoon, Robert.
Good afternoon, Peter.
We'll return to Robert in just a moment. Let me just give you some introduction to some of the key aspects of loans for small, medium enterprises. It's very important that SMEs have an understanding of how to negotiate loans for your businesses, because this can be a very important part of your business operations. Loans can be used for many things, and Robert's going to talk about some of these in his presentation: plant and equipment, premises renovation, purchasing office equipment. So it's my pleasure to introduce you to Robert Foster, an accredited mortgage consultant with Homeloans Limited. And I'll just do the changeover now so that Robert can become the presenter. So there, Robert, it's over to you. Thanks.
Thanks, Peter. Okay, so today I am Robert Foster from Homeloans, and we're providing business solutions today. So basically, we need to challenge us with your scenarios. Every single business out in Australia is different, and every single business has a different financing need. One lender does not fit all those needs. Even though we do have a number of lenders on our panel, I still have access to a lot of other lenders that will then hopefully then make that decision which one is going to be the best fit for your business. As you can see, it's a great big jigsaw puzzle with a lot of aspects, which I'll go through some of those at a later time in the presentation. Who is Homeloans? We've been around since 1985, and we're listed on the Australian stock market since 2001. We have some major shareholders in the Macquarie Group and NAB. We're one of Australia's largest mortgage originators. We are award-winning originators. We are also socially part of the principal partners of the Perth Scorchers, which is a 2020 Big Bash League. And we're also carbon conscious, where we like to plant a tree for each loan settled. So why choose Robert Foster as your broker of choice? I have a large amount of experience with self-employed clients. I've got access to a comprehensive range of products. We have one application, multiple loan options, and one credit inquiry for our home loans products. You are getting an ethical choice. So I don't do what's best for me, I do what's best for you and for your business. We have no channel blindness, so basically we don't have just one product that we can offer you. I have home loans products, I have the major banks products, I have the non-bank products, I have the specialty products, I have the asset finance products. So there is a lot of different things that if you go to your bank manager and say, you know, I want this type of loan, he'll only present you with one option. So I'll be able to tell you what's out there and whether there might be a better choice for your business. So just a bit of an idea of what home loan products we do deal with. So there's the prime products. So a home loans prime product is a basic home loan that you can get from the banks. We just do it through one of our other funders. A Lo Doc loan is a limited documentation loan. That's a full doc loan is what we class as a prime loan, whereas a Lo Doc loan we have some different options which I'll go into further on down the track. And we have our specialty loans, which means there might be something a little bit different about your situation that we just don't fit with the prime or the Lo Doc products. So we do have a product there that could help your business. So getting into the prime offering. So we have 6 funding sources. So that's major banks that we can get our funding from. Rates starting from a low 3.99%, comparison rate of 4.15%. So very, very, very competitive, more competitive than your banks at the moment. I don't know if you saw the news this week, but Westpac rose their rates by 0.2% starting in November, and I'm sure most of the majors will probably follow suit, whereas the non-bank lenders have already been issued with those compliance things that Westpac have mentioned, and already their rates are so much more competitive, and they'll just become more competitive if the majors raise their rates further. We have fully featured loan options, so that gives you the ability to make extra repayments. You can have fixed and split variable loans. You can have 100% offset loans. So there's all the things that you can get from the bank, you can get from us. And depending on your circumstances, we may be available for self-employed borrowers, and once again it will come down to individual circumstances and what you want the money for. If it's just a straight refinance and you've got your 2 years worth of financials, we've got the solution for you at a cheap rate. But if you're a little bit different and you've got a really good year compared to a really bad year the previous year, then we need to have a look at some other options. So we've got our Lo Doc offering. So what is a Lo Doc loan? A Lo Doc loan is something that's not your 2 years worth of tax returns. You can provide a different array of sources to prove that this is the income that you're earning. So we can do that on a range of loan purposes. We can do that for purchases, vacant land, construction, refinances, cash out. We have the range of verification options. So as I said before, the prime offering, you need to provide your 2 years worth of full tax returns, whereas this way we can do a declaration of a financial position. So you can say, I earn this amount of money. Sometimes they do need an accountant's sign-off, or we could use a BAS statement, or they might want 2 BAS statements, 3 or 4, depending on which lender we go with. We can use our bank trading statements. So that just shows 3 or 6 months worth of your money going in and money going out, and as long as your declaration of financial position makes sense, we can use that. So compared to a prime offering, it is a lot more flexible, especially if your business has just started to take off and you've got a lot better sales than you have had in the past, or you've got a lot better profit than you have had in the past. So this option is for those businesses that are just starting to get going or have been going for a little while and are just outstripping their previous year's performances, and they want more finance to do assorted things such as purchases and cash out. So we do an LVR up to 85% on a Lo Doc. Now, an LVR is your lending to value ratio. So basically what that means is if you've got $1 million property and you want to borrow $850,000, that's your 85% LVR. So we'll lend up to $850,000 and the rate will be according to the risk. If you go to the major banks, they will do only 80% under a Lo Doc product, and they'll only do it for purchases. We also have no lender's mortgage insurance option, so LMI. So what is lender's mortgage insurance? It is something that the banks charge so that when you get into trouble with your loan, they have this insurance in place to get paid out if your loan goes into arrears and you can't repay the loan. The loan is an insurance loan that is paid by yourselves, but it actually protects the bank. You don't get any protection from LMI. It is a policy that has probably saved Australia in the past with the things that happened over in America, where you could just buy a house, get 110% lending. If you couldn't make your payments, you hand your keys back and you walk away from the property, and most people probably took half the property with them. Whereas in Australia, this lender's mortgage insurance has probably saved us from the huge crash that happened over in the States, because we are responsible. If we don't make the repayments, then we have other people that chase us for the money. The banks are okay, they've got the insurance in place, so they get their money back, but the banks are not in the business of repossessing houses. They would rather talk to you. So if you are facing any sort of difficulties, the first step of call is just to contact your bank and see what options they can do for you to help you get out of the trouble. We also have no credit scoring options. So what is credit scoring? Credit scoring is a computerized system that the banks use to see what risk your particular circumstances come up with a score. So that could include past indiscrepancies with defaults. It could include not providing enough information on your previous rental or your previous residential statuses. There's a lot of different things that go into this computer score. Phone numbers, if you don't have enough phone numbers in there, they just have a computer score, and if the computer says no, then that's it. So a lot of people who might have applied for different amounts of credit at different places in the more recent 6 months, they can be credit scored out with the major banks because they are deemed as high risk because they've been searching around for a loan. Whereas we have low doc offerings that have no credit scoring, so that means that we base it on how you are presented, not what is on a sheet of paper that says you've been here and you've done this and you've done that. So no credit scoring options can be very handy. So we also have loans for borrowers with adverse credit or who fall outside the typical lending and mortgage insurer guidelines. So once again, you might have had that little default a few years ago that stops you from getting a loan with the major bank. We've got the option to be able to have a specialty offering, which means that, you know, it's not low doc in the sense that it's a different rate, I guess, for a specialty offering. Whereas the low docs are a little bit more competitive. The specialty offering is a risk for reward type pricing. So if you've got adverse credit and you need the money, then obviously they'll charge you a risk rating for that, and you do have a risk fee that gets attached to that as well. But it gives you the option, because a lot of businesses just need that finance, and if the other majors have said no, then this is the offering that we can sort of get a solution for you. We have a range of loan purposes, including debt consolidation and cash out, even for tax debts. So if you go to a low doc product and you want to get cash out, that is very, very hard to do in the low doc and the prime bank space, where you say to the bank, I want to get some cash out. They drill you pretty much about what the purpose is for, and with the low doc with the banks, they are not doing cash out for any sort of low doc options. That's why we need the specialty offering. And for business purposes especially, we've got a range of lenders that will lend for cash out for your business so that you can keep on getting your business growing and making more profit. So sometimes it's not the rate that is important, it's going to be the solution that we can get for your circumstances. So yes, there may be cheaper rates out there, but at the end of the day, if they're not going to do the loan, then you're not going to get the money. If your business does not get the money, then your business is not going to move forward like you would like it to. So we also have loans for the people without genuine savings. So that means that if you go to the bank and you want to buy your first house, they want to see 5% of savings generally saved over 3 months. So they want to see $1,000 each week or fortnight or month going into the account, and it just going up each week, each month, without you getting any sort of withdrawals out of that account. So if you don't have that and you've got the funds to complete, then we can get a loan for you without what's those savings classed as being non-genuine. We also have loan terms up to 40 years, so whereas most banks do up to 30 years. We also have options for one-day ABN. So you've just started out in business and you don't have any history behind you, then we do have particular options for those type of customers. Cash out for business purposes, that's the other thing. A lot of the mainstream lenders will not lend for business use. They'll send you off to the business team, and that gets a little bit harder. Limited financial options, so that means that if you don't have much to prove your income, then we've got those options that I mentioned before, a BAS statement, if you haven't done your tax for the last 2 years, then we have those options for yourself. BAS statements, accountant sign-off, and your trading statements. So we also have an access to a wider range of options. So at the end of the day, as I said before, it may not be the rate that gets you the business that you want to get from the bank, it's the solution. So having a wider range of options, if you go to the bank, you get their one solution. So if they say no, people then go, well, I can't get a loan. Whereas you come to somebody like myself, we have access to over 25 different lenders, with each lender looking at you in a different way. So that's why a broker is so important in a business, to be able to have a look at all those options and say, okay, this is your situation, here is a match or a couple of matches that suit your situation. So who is a smart cookie? Our product range is very diverse. We have diversity comes complexity. Luckily, we are a team of smart cookies at Homeloans, and when looking at our products, don't hesitate to call us for help. So once again, your business is an individual business and you have individual needs for your business. So calling myself, I'll be able to sit down with you, see what your current situation is, see what your current need for finance is, and we can then provide a solution that will then suit your particular needs. So we've got the Prime, the Lo Doc, and the Specialty. And don't forget also, these are just the home loan products that I've talked about today. I also have access to a wider range of other solutions that could help your business. For example, Peter mentioned before, the plant and equipment, the asset finance, the cash flow finance. There's all those types of finance that could help your business grow at a greater rate than just sitting there with doing what you're doing. The problem with doing what you're doing and not changing is that you'll still be doing the same thing in the future. Whereas if you have a chat to somebody like myself that gives you a few options to be able to help you with your business and help provide solutions that can help fund your business in the future, because every business is cash flow orientated. If you don't have the cash flow, then your business is going to be in trouble. And that's why the accountants are so important, to be able to provide you with the solutions to say, here, have a chat to this person here. They can help you with your cash flow issues. So thank you for your time today. I'm Robert Foster from Homeloans, and we're providing your business solutions. If you have any questions or you want to have a contact, I'll give you my phone number and also my email address. So please do not hesitate to give me a call. As I said, every single business is different. Every single business has different needs. And with those, every single business, there is a different solution potentially for your business that may not be offered to you by your current bank. So have a think about it. Give me a call, and I'll see what I can do for you. Thank you.
Thanks, Robert. We'll just transfer the screen back to my screen. So that was a very interesting summary of some of the services that Robert can supply to you. Now, if you want to access any of this offer from Homeloans Limited via Robert Foster, all you need to do is go to the ESS Small Business website, esssmallbusiness.com.au, click on the Business Partners, and then click on to Homeloans Limited, and you will see the details that Robert is offering you. So if you're looking for credit assistance, or you're looking for a residential loan, the credit assistance fee, Robert has discounted that by $550. It's free. And if you're looking for advice on a commercial loan, he's offering a 50% discount to $550. So that's a big saving. And I'm just going to take you now onto the ESS Small Business website and just show you where, if I can get onto it, where all that is. Just bear with me a moment, thanks. So we're going now to the ESS Small Business website, which is where you'd need to click on to first of all. So this is the website. So to just show you what you've got to do, I indicated that you need to just find business partners on the left-hand side here. Just click on the business partners. And this screen will bring up the various partners that have joined us in this venture on ESS Small Business. Here's Homeloans, which is Robert Foster's. So you just click there. And this is the page which we've dedicated to Homeloans Limited. So there's a summary on Robert, and then the details of the special offer that he is making to you. So you can do this yourself. You can just go on and click onto this site, and there's Robert's phone number, or you can link through to his email address. And when you contact Robert, just tell him you're from ESS Small Business, so he'll be aware that you're eligible for the special offer. And then you can do that again later on if you wish. So what I just want to do now is just bring the website back up. So there's Robert's telephone details. We've already done that. Moving on, forthcoming webinars in this series. Next week on Wednesday, we change tact a little bit and we go to insurance. And we're going to hear from Darren Milne and Luke Eagle from Milne Alexander in Sydney. These people are very experienced insurance brokers. I was in their office in Sydney last week. They are a family business that's been now into the second generation, and they are very keen to supply you with information on insurance for small businesses. On Monday, the 2nd of November, the day before Melbourne Cup, we have vehicle financing for SMEs to be presented by Bud Virgin from Automates, and their speciality besides car leasing is novated leasing, and Bud will take you through that. And on Monday, the 2nd of November at 3 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, obviously the earlier one was 11 a.m., we've got Robin Simpson talking about marketing strategies for SMEs. So you've got a very interesting upcoming program on insurance, vehicle financing, and marketing strategies for small business. Just remember, ESS Small Business website contains a wide range of free and paid articles to help you, the small medium enterprise operator, have a better grip on your business activities. And that's the email address. So once again, Robert, thank you very much for joining us today. And I'd like to wish you all a good afternoon. Goodbye, Robert.
Thank you very much, Peter.
Thank you.
Goodbye, Peter.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Bye.